Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L coming in to watch For My Daughter Blah Blah Demon Lord. Woo! Here we go. Awesome. Just finished watching Demon Lord. Going into this episode. What am I expecting? Well, as you can see here, we have the situation with the Beastman. Looks like they're going to his town. Probably some more little world building, although I'm not expecting a heavy episode for this one. I'm expecting some little cute moments, but honestly, I love the town more than I love the traveling. Your dad's second cousin. That's a relation. His mother is my dad's second cousin. That's such a far distant relationship. I like that. That's so real though. That's so real. I guess we're still pretty much waiting for this dragon fight. That seems to be what we're going to be getting this arc. Oh! Oh! And here I thought that this was going to be a puppy from what we saw in the opening. But it's actually a beast man. I guess a beast man girl. I guess as they grow up, they... Oh, I guess in this world they can intermingle like that. Well, I gotta say, I do like the I do like the setting. That's a cool little detail. That's neat. That's neat. This kind of reminds me like also of the One Piece situation with like fishmen and mermaids. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see it every now and again in fiction. I'm glad there's not a discrimination plot. I feel bad for thinking that was just gonna be a dog fighting with another dog. I thought it was gonna be a pet. Oh, color me surprised. She definitely reacted to that. Looks like we're getting plot, guys. We're getting plot. Oh, another god. Hey, no dogs on the table. This is funny. Okay, you can stay on the table. I'm sorry. Great, now we have two crying kids. Wow, they did really well. Well, this is a pretty open-minded way of going about that, Dale. Yeah, I agree. Dale has a providence, huh? Interesting. Is it from the God of War? Probably. I thought she was about to fall over. Oh, that would have been adorbs. Oh god, cuteness overload. Oh my gosh, she's so tiny. This is adorbs. I'm really like just interested in the composition of that village because Joseph's there. I was kind of hoping there'd be more like mixed race people. We didn't see that. At least discrimination isn't a thing in this world. Although we have seen that this world is pretty idealistic with the way they operate. So that's consistent with what we got so far. Yo. Actually, the man's just... Alright, what is going on? And who are these guys? Are they testing him? Are they actually from the village and they're testing him? This does seem like a test, as opposed to hostility. No wonder this guy is so overpowered. Oh, the innocence of children. Don't you understand you're in an anime? Oh, okay. So Tithro are the people. I guess the grandma's the head of the village. It'd be funny if his people originally were from like an isekai protagonist that just propagated and then he took them over to the other side. Oh, this is adorable. This is adorable. The daughter fighting the grandmother. Oh, wait, that's the thumb. That's the thumbnail. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. That is the thumbnail. That is the thumb. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh. Ah, okay, he's from the opening. Good to see him. Okay, good. For a second there, I thought it was gonna be Dale's wedding too, because that would have been really interesting. But good to know that it's York's, and good to know that Latina got bothered by that. Whoa, that's dad instinct right there. Yeah, that's some severe abandonment issues that the poor girl's got. I mean, makes sense. Don't wanna say that it doesn't. It's just this is pretty deep seated. Oh boy, it begins. All right, it begins. The shipping is beginning. That was a feel-good episode, man. That was a feel-good episode. Although it seems that they're starting to push the Latina angle, like the creation process is starting to push it. Okay, so episode-wise, you know, a lot of slice of life still very strong slicing of lifing, but I am very interested in the cosmology. This week we find out about another god. We find out about Providence. We find out about like the future vision. We find out that Dale has Providence on him, most likely combat related. We find out about Dale's family. We find out about their clan. We find out about the customs. We see Joseph and where he lives, and we see the village he lives in and the intermingling that seems to have occurred at some point there, right? Some kind of intermingling is in there. And the lack of discrimination, aside from like, you know, like the minor stuff we've gotten with the demons versus the humans. Overall, I'm very interested in the cosmology of the world. And Latina had her little plot like spring up there halfway through with the whole thing about the prophecy. But I'm very interested in all this. This seems like an interesting setting. I do like the aspect of myth. I would love to see more of that. But because this is a slice of life, it looks like maybe for now the best we can get is just this small mention to it, this small nod, just to tell us like, yeah, there is like a plot here, or there is like a bigger framework in the world here. But, you know, we might not see that. I'm interested. I'm very interested. I do want to see if the author has like any kind of ideas that he wants to play around, or he or she. I don't know who the author is, but okay, they any kind of plans that they want to play around with. I'd be very interested in that. I like the drops of information about the gods. We know so little about them, and I just want to know more about them. And at this point, when you have the intermingling happening so easily here, I am kind of curious about just, well, I don't want to say the politics, but I do want to know public perception about it. I just feel like that's a really interesting topic. Mind you, it is kind of nice that we aren't dealing with the stereotypical discrimination for people getting together with beastkin, especially because in isekais, the beastkin are usually seen as lesser. They're usually seen as like hybrids between monsters and humans. You know, they're usually the ones on the bottom rung for the starting area in an isekai. Two prominent examples that we can point out right there, Death March and Shield Hero. You know, for those two, the starting areas don't really care for beastkin. I feel like there's a few other spots that we could probably point out for isekais that have that. But yeah, I know this isn't an isekai. If I said this is an isekai, apologies. But I don't think I said it. But just in comparison to isekais, I'm very interested to see how this fantasy setting would handle this kind of thing. But most likely, it's probably just an idealistic setting where no one really cares too much about any kind of intermingling that would occur, which is nice. It's nice. It's nice that this world is relatively peaceful, although you still have situations. Well, the big problem is like you really still have the situation of humans versus demons, because we had that one bigot that messed with Latina back into school. So we know that there is some kind of prejudice present in the world, but it might just be that Dale's from a cool group of people that largely don't care about anything, which is cool. All for it. Like the anime keeps making Dale seem like this giant paragon of justice, or, you know, just a giant paragon of like a cool guy, because we know like it's not really a paragon of justice, because he's more of a neutral here. If he gets paid, he'll do whatever. Pretty interesting. But yeah, overall, besides that, what did we get for the episode? Well, just a lot of cute things. You know, we had the little Maya, I think her name was, just having those little moments with Latina. I think the moments worked really well. I especially like this little scene where she started crying for Latina. Like, that was adorable. So, and a lot of adorableness. I think in terms of Maya's best scene is probably kicking her father and screaming while Latina's leaving. Because, man, that's such a little kid move. Kids scream when they don't understand what's going on. Like, that is adorable, man. That was and like whoever committed to doing the crying line, like, props to you. Like, you made it sound really good. Dale's family also, they seem like cool people. I'm interested in the culture. I like that they took the time to like talk about their culture a little bit, or for Dale to explain it to us. That was pretty neat. We got a lot of information about their culture all at the get-go. Like, I'm into it. I'm very into it. So, this episode also, like I said, marks the beginning of the Latina getting, like, the weird romantic interest in Dale. We'll have to see how they want to play with it. We'll have to see where this goes. I mean, the best way, like, it's adorable. Like, you know, little kids will always, or like not always, but sometimes they develop crushes on their parent, right? It's just a thing little kids do. But for Latina, we know it might be something that develops later. Or, you know, it'd be fair to assume that, you know, once Latina's an adult, she's going to feel like, oh yeah, no, this is something what she wants to do. I'm still expecting some kind of variation of that to happen, but we'll have to see. For now, it's still in the cute area. And for now, because of the idealism of the setting, we know that Dale really does just care about her as a child and as a parent. So, you know, I think we're starting to play with fire there with the joking. But, you know, I guess parents will rib a little bit. But yeah, it's starting here. Any other little things to talk about? Latina's abandonment issues. We really can't talk much about it. We can only really observe it for now and see how deep-seated they are. But that I feel was consistent with the character, and that seemed normal. Yeah, in terms of my favorite Latina scene, like Latina by herself, and you know, aside from the Maya scene, it's definitely when she was scolding the grandma. But otherwise, overall, I think a solid episode. I'm very interested in the cosmology. I'm enjoying it. I like the slice of life interactions this episode more than I liked them last episode. So between 7 and 8, I like 8. Yeah, quite a bit more. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought down below. And till next time, man. Woo, done. Hope you have a great day or night wherever you are.